Good evening, my friends. This is Paul, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing to you Smash Tennis for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. As you can see in the upper left, this was played on the Nintendo Switch Online's Super NES Games app, as I have a free trial until April 11th, so I'm focusing on a bit more retro reviews while I still have the chance. Now, in case you're wondering, oh, Paul, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel now with the games you're reviewing if you're doing a random tennis game, I was actually going to do an even more random tennis game before I did this one, and it was called Super Tennis, which was also on the app. However, the game was far from impressive, so I looked up the definition of super online, and the first results I got were very good or pleasant or excellent, and of a manufactured product, superfine, of which Super Tennis is neither, unless you count the impressive Mode FX when they're trying to simulate the ball bouncing on the court. So I thought, well, if this is Smash Tennis, then it must be pretty good, because maybe it's exciting, or it has rules where you get all out, and no, temper your expectations. Just like Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, the Smash in this is little more than marketing material. So, as is probably expected, you control either one or two people on a tennis court and you play tennis. If you don't know how to play tennis, I'm sorry, I don't know where you've been, but you have a racket in your hand that looks like it's got a fishnet strung across it. And then you hit the ball across the court. Try not to get the ball out of bounds, try not to hit the net. There's a bunch of crazy terminology like deuces, love, and advantages. And overall, it's basically just hitting a ball back and forth. I'm really trying to make this sound better than it is, but it's not that much at all. In fact, the ball actually looks like a Pac-Man power-up dot more than it actually does a tennis ball. So part of me wonders if maybe they got lazy while they were making this and decided to just rip off from Namco's own series because, surprise, 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 this actually was developed and published by Namco. So that actually very well could be the case here. So you're probably wondering what's here that makes this interesting compared to any other tennis game on the market, especially because the Switch already has Mario Tennis Aces. Well, you've got multiple different courts to choose from, including special Namco courts, although to my knowledge they're basically just different colors. You also get different people to choose from, but you don't get a preview of who the people are before you choose them. I chose the guy named Paul. He had brown hair just like me, and I said, okay, cool, I'm sticking with that. My partner here is Nina, which is the same nickname as my sister. So that made for some really amusing jokes. But if you don't like the names, you can't really make one of your own. You also only have two modes, exhibition mode and tournament mode, and you only have two options in the options menu. You can turn off the little white circle that appears when the ball bounces, and you can choose between stereo and mono sound effects. What is the difference when you're playing it on a Switch? Whatever, I guess this emulation couldn't be perfect. At the end of the day, this is fine and serviceable. You can press different buttons for different kinds of shots. This is pretty much required if you're trying to serve the ball, as every time I hit the A button, I would get a fault without fail. But as soon as I pressed the B button, then I was totally fine. There's no music that plays when you're actually in the court. There is voice acting, but it's very muffled and pathetic because, you know, this is a Super Nintendo. They weren't exactly experts at this. So expect a lot of, "Love 15, birth, advantage, receiver," but probably even worse than that. Overall, this is just another tennis game for the Super Nintendo. Probably one of the better ones, but I don't think it's going to replace the enjoyment of any of the Mario Tennis games. Even Ultra Smash is better than this because at least it has, you know, the different mechanics and the unique characters, the Mega Mushrooms. It may be lacking in substance, but at least it has more personality than this game. As it stands, it's a nice little extra to waste a little bit of time if you've got nothing better to do on Switch Online, but if you're looking for a good, amazing tennis game, you might as well just get, well, any other Mario Tennis game. With that, thank you very much for watching. If you have anything really good to recommend during this really wacky time in Nintendo's year, please let me know, but please also double check if it's rentable via GameFly because I do not want to try any garbage eShop games. So I'd be welcome to hear your suggestions in the comment section, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Lent. Bye!